On this episode of Nerds Talking the Podcast, we talk about Disney Plus trying to raise their prices so you stop sharing your account. Also, Adam Devine thinks that Marvel movies are killing comedies in cinema. What do you think? And finally, a toy fad growing up. Which fad were you part of, or did you get your hands on those toys? All that and more on this episode of Nerds Talking the Podcast. Now start the show.
Nerds Talking, the podcast.
Yo, we talk about lightsabers, stunning your TV screens, what you want to stream, everything beyond your dreams. Want to talk about movies, sports, or even politics? Go ahead and tune into us. We'll give you all of it. Whatever you're debating, Xbox or PlayStation, Marvel or DC, Mac or PC. Teraflops when the movie drops, gigabytes, chips, RAM, no matter what it is, we got all of it. Welcome to the show.
Nerds Talking, the podcast. Welcome to Nerds Talking, the podcast. I'm here with Carlos, Johnny, Laura, and I'm Lafayette. Remember to rate, subscribe, review. Just tell your friends. Just tell them. Why you don't be lazy. Tell your friends. I mean, share the love, share it all around. So yeah, there you go. Share the love, people, because this train ain't stopping anytime soon. So share the love. Let's jump. Okay, choo from Laura. Wow, chew and chew. We're gonna jump into Disney Plus. Bob Iger, he's out to get you. He's raising the price for the second time this year, and he wants you to stop sharing your accounts. He does not want you to. He learned from Netflix because it did work for Netflix, and now Disney wants you to stop sharing Disney Plus because I don't know why. Because Disney Plus does not have good content. They should want to share it for a little bit more. But they're going to raise the price. They raised it $3 a couple months back, and they're raising it $3 again. So who here shares Disney Plus or has Disney Plus? Laura?
I do not have Disney Plus. Do you know what I'm fucking tired of? I'm tired of billionaires milking Americans for all their fucking worth. Because I am getting in a real fucking snit lately about how much everything costs, because my cat food has jumped 33% in price in the last 5 years.
What brand are we talking here? Can I guess? I'm gonna go.
Yes,
Royal Canine.
No, it's a specialty one. It's Hills. It's like
Hills Science
Veterans.
Diet, yes.
Yeah, because I have a cat with bowel issues. My cat has been hospitalized 3 times in his life because he can't take a shit. That is so.
That costs
finally,
a lot of money too. Yeah.
The hospital visits are very expensive. So we feed them this special GI health diet or whatever, but 3% in 5 years. And I'm like, I bet if I were to track the cost of everything else in my life, it would be following a similar trajectory. Guess what? My salary hasn't increased 33%.
Yeah, that's true.
I'm tired of it. I'm tired of being milked for all I'm worth as the fucking middle class. Take everything on your shoulders.
Yeah, get him, Laura. Get him.
Shit boy. I'm mad.
Get him.
Didn't know we were doing Laura's rant today.
I know the economy rant too.
Sorry.
The economy corner.
Not sorry.
Laura. You know what? Fuck you, Disney. My cat food's expensive.
Exactly. We canceled Netflix. So there you go.
What, you canceled Netflix because of the cat food?
No, because of fucking we're tightening our belts over here.
Oh, because in general, just overall budgeting, because everything's getting expensive.
Yeah. And
if you want my passwords, you can have them. I'm sharing full.
Shit, yeah. Send that shit over to me.
No, but you can't share Netflix anymore. That's the problem.
Why can't you? How do they know?
No, you still can.
No. It pops up on the screen.
Well, that's what my dad was saying, but then I went over to his house and all that shit was popped right back up. So I don't know.
That's the thing.
I mean, if anybody wants to risk it, I would love it because I do miss it. It's only been gone for like 2 weeks, and I'm like, that was my browser. I'm not watching anything particular. What do I want to pop on for a minute? I miss it.
Risk it for the biscuit. All right, there we go.
All right, sorry. Does anybody actually have opinions on Disney Plus? And not the
no, that was good.
Disney billionaires.
Yeah, the economy. I'm gonna get you. Yeah, I mean, it is true. Everything's high in price. I mean, what isn't high in price, right? So, but it's just a weird type of thing to get you to. It's almost like if I raise the price enough on you, you're gonna tell your friends, "Fuck you! I ain't sharing this with you anymore. I pay a fucking premium for this shit. Go buy your own shit." That's his thinking. Bob Iger's thinking is, you're gonna scare away sharing your password because you're gonna feel like it's valuable now. My password's valuable. My product is valuable. A secret invasion. Well, said too much.
Do you think that tactic would work? I don't think that tactic works. I think that makes me more likely to share it.
I don't know. I kind of see it working in the sense of all of a sudden you're gonna turn on your friends. You cheap fucker. Disney made me turn on you.
You can be like, you know what? The price has gone up. How about we split it 50-50? That would be the smart move.
You're out of the will.
Yeah, they're not gonna
Venmo me $8 a month or whatever.
No, I mean, yeah, you can start your own subscription base. Yeah,
you're subletting.
Yeah, you're subletting Disney Plus. Ay, macaroni. Carlos, what's your take on Disney trying to get? Wait a second. Wait, he has I share my account with him. Fuck. Yeah, Disney, raise that shit to $30 a month. I need to get rid of him.
All that means is once I'm gone, you're paying an extra $30 a month, sucker.
Joe Biden's America, Disney Plus. Yeah, go ahead, Carlos. Wait.
I got nothing.
Okay.
I got nothing. I don't watch it very often. I don't watch it very often. Just watch it when like the Marvel stuff, the new Marvel series come on, but it's all Disney stuff, man. It's not for me.
How about the new Star Wars show coming out? Looks pretty good. It's called like what, Ahsoka? I don't know.
Well, yeah, I just watch it for those limited series. And I mean, even if I were to pay for it myself, I would just probably cancel after I watch the series and just resubscribe before, end it after.
There you go. As the show is going, Johnny's out here just pissing Disney off. Just you dirty bastard, you. Johnny,
Bookie, I'm pretty sure it's the same for everything. So just please don't hack into my email. And
I won't.
And if you want Netflix back, give it a try. It's probably the same thing.
I think Johnny's right. I got a bunch of messages started popping up on my screen like, this is not the the main household of Netflix. Yeah. I'm like, what the fuck are you talking about? And then what happened was my mom, when it popped up on her screen, said, yes, it is. Boom. I was like, she got me. And then
of course you did. I'm on vacation, bitch. You don't know Netflix. I'm traveling the world.
Oh, yeah, that's just it. So then Carlos was doing that. Carlos was doing some type of like, I'm not home right now. So Netflix is like, all right, you get 7 more days or some shit. And then that didn't work for him anymore. And then I went to my mom's house because she's like, it doesn't work anymore. I was like, are you sure? Yeah. So I turned the TV on and I was like, oh, wait, it's all here. And I was watching it. Then I went back home and I was watching it. And I was like, what? So it does work for you?
You could also add users and like add screens. We had that. We had like 4 different users.
No, you can. But see, what it does now is it recognizes it based on location now. So the 4 screens got to be in the house because it recognizes it by device now, not necessarily by. So it'll say like you have 4 devices now. So your phone can be one, your laptop can be another, and your 2 TVs at home can be the other, so on and so forth. So now it's by device. So unless that TV is one of the devices, so my mom's TV clearly is one of the devices because shit still works. So that's how it works for Netflix. Disney's definitely gonna do the same shit. Like they're gonna basically say, okay, you get 4 devices or some bullshit. Fucking Disney, man.
They've been cranking up the prices on everything at the parks and everything. All the you gotta pay premium for the lines and the tickets.
It's because their movies are tanking. They're not doing shit. They lost a ton of money.
Maybe they should put out something fucking original rather than redoing everything.
So true. They lost a shit ton of money on Geriatric Jones. Indiana Jones made no money.
Did they really lose money? How much money that company makes per year? They really lose money?
Yeah.
Well, the thing is, they lose money based on projections, right? Everything, yeah, exactly. It's all projections, right?
What does that mean? Bob Iger can't add a wing to his mansion? What does that mean exactly?
I do think it's kind of, I'm not going to lie.
Yeah,
don't lie.
Billionaires.
Just tell us
I'm not going to lie. I'm only telling you the
lie.
truth from here on out. That's it. That's my promise. My promise. It's 14 inches. Anyway, so
You too?
We're dick brothers. Anyway, so
Too much. As a female, it's too much.
you put Barbies in bed and close the door and expect sex. You shut your mouth. Anyway, so like the guy that runs the NFL, Roger Goodell, his salary is like $60 million per season. How much fucking money
what
do
the
you
hell does
need?
he do?
Yeah, and what does he do? I think Bob Iger's his contract's like $80 million a year or some shit.
He makes
How-
79,000 a month.
70,000 a month.
Must be
79,000?
nice.
Yeah, 79,000.
Throw on some tax evasion
Wait,
because
who
you
makes
know
that?
they're
Maybe a week,
doing
though.
it.
Maybe a week. I can't remember.
I was gonna say that can't. What?
No,
Anyway,
I think it's a week. I think it's a week.
who makes that much money a week?
Iger.
No, he's no way. He has to make way more than that. 79,000 a
way.
week.
Yeah.
Wait,
or
how much
maybe
does he make?
Whatever.
No
It's more
way.
money
Yeah,
than you
Carlos,
could ever
Jesus Christ,
dream.
community college, man.
exactly. So bad.
I graduated, man.
It's so
I'm not
shitty.
good
How
at
much does he
math
make a
either,
year?
Carlos, I feel you.
Oh, but I think he makes some to the effect of 40 million a year or something like that. It can't be 79,000 a week.
Oh.
You
not?
just figured it
There's
out.
52
Why not?
weeks.
He said- he
There's
said, why
52
not?
weeks in a year. Here, let me solve this real fast.
Because the
No,
math
you're-
doesn't add up, motherfucker.
Okay, so
He
he
said,
makes.
why not?
Hey, he actually makes he makes 46 million a year. And
40.
check-
Okay, 46
but no, but here's the
million.
you want to hear this shit? He gets a bonus of $23 million. That's how
Okay, so
fucking
that's
good he
60,
is.
60 million.
He makes
he's
70.
still-
Let's just say 70. He makes 70 million a year. So it's about Carlos is close.
No,
17,000 a week.
Carlos is not close at all.
No, it's
Because he
1.3
makes-
million a week. If he's making 70 million a year, 70 million divided by 52, 1.3 million a week.
Which is crazy, right? And when you think about every CEO that makes that type of money, how much do they actually contribute to the whole? They don't.
They don't.
They don't.
Yeah, and
contribute.
especially when you ask for a raise and then you get denied for that raise. And then
Yeah.
you're really fucking pissed about it when you're
I
I
always-
wouldn't know anything
We're
about
not
that.
talking about Disney anymore, are we?
I
Nope.
know we're not. Back to
I don't
Laura's
know what you're talking
economic-
about. We're definitely
economic
talking about
rant.
Disney. We're talking about Disney, guys.
Yeah, I hope
We're
your-
talking about
I
Disney.
hope your boss subscribes to the show. Just so you can hear that. As you drink your wine, like that's the problem too. You spend your money on shit you don't need, like wine, when you should be
No,
subscribing to Netflix.
I recently cut back. I allow myself only one bottle of wine a week nowadays.
How much is like a
And-
$13 bottle of wine?
No, it's like a $10. No. Depends on how I'm feeling when I'm grocery shopping. How
Alright,
poor
so-
do I feel when I'm grocery shopping?
First of all,
It might be
$10.
anywhere from $10 to $13.
So one bottle a week, about
Mm-hmm.
$13 a week. Carlos, how much is that a month?
Don't ask this motherfucker
$5.
math question.
$5 a day.
I had to just test.
No. I mean, like one bottle of
13 times
steak,
50, it's
yeah, that's
$676
$72,000 a month.
a year.
You do have to understand. He went to Canadian school to like what 5th grade or what 6th grade? I don't know. Sixth grade.
Six.
So he's
So
kind of
you were
stuck.
converting?
Yeah, he's converting to
exchange rate.
metric. Yeah, so he's just
course.
exchange rate. There you go, exchange rate. That's how he's doing his math. Too good. All right.
So
well,
you're
yeah, so
right, but not in this country.
That's right. That's
Okay,
right.
makes sense.
any country. Any country. Like, unless you know what, he's converting it to Shibu. That's what he's doing.
Yeah.
That's the secret we didn't know about.
It is crazy. As a CEO, if I was making, let's say, like he was $50 million, I'd be like, man, I don't like. We need to somehow give me like fucking 10 if you think I'm worth
Right.
it. And that's the thing. Who's ever gonna cut their salary? Nobody.
Nobody.
Because the problem is when you make that much money, your lifestyle reflects that much money. So you need to keep up with it. That's the thing. That's why all these like athletes go broke over time, because they can't keep up with the 3 ex-wives that spend the money. So that's just what it is. Now let's get into
Like that
divorce.
Cayenne
All
West
right.
song, Gold Digger.
Yeah. Do you say cayenne?
Cayenne
Like
West.
that's what I thought I heard. Like cayenne pepper.
Yeah,
I
the pepper
heard
guy.
the same thing.
Sorry. Kanye. I like Cayenne West better.
Put that wine down,
West
goddammit.
is smart. He doesn't
What
wear
the
hoods
shit?
over his head and
What
go
is
to on
happening?
Alex Jones.
Laura went to the same school Carlos did, making $72,000 an hour. No, is that right?
I like how Carlos sucked at math
I
and
can
Laura
calculate it
sucked
by
at
hours.
English.
Do you guys know how many work hours are in a year?
Yes.
How many?
79,000.
How many work?
2,080 hours are 40 hours a week. It's my HR background kicking in. 2,080 hours, 52 weeks in a year. I have all
Mm.
those numbers on the back burner.
Now,
Wow.
if you calculate the hours you're not working, how many hours is that?
I don't know that because that's not related to pay.
You must it's easy. Just multiply what you just said by 2. Boom. And those are the hours you don't work.
Hmm.
So
There's more than 16 hours in a day.
you know what? Let's just pass. Yes, I
We've
understand
all
that.
established that we're all shit at math, and we just need to.
No. Not all
Don't
of
you
us.
dare hook me in with you guys. Or don't lump me in
Let's
with
not, let's not get carried away. I try to make it as simple as possible. And
I'm the only nerd good at math. Talk
I
about
like how the
toys.
Asian guy doesn't want to chime in because he's like, fools, I say.
No, he
anyway,
just doesn't want to break the stereotype. He's just not going to say
that is
anything.
true. That is true. Disney Plus, they're trying to get you. That's what we're getting at, people. Disney Plus is trying to get you. Disney, I mean, everyone's going to do it. Hulu is Disney, so they're all going to try to get you. You know who won't do that to you, though? Amazon. I guarantee
Oh,
those.
they
Never.
suck.
No, they're going to hike their prices just like everybody else.
Wait a
That's
second,
it.
though.
They've
Yeah.
hiked their
Can
prime
you
rates.
share Amazon Prime? I've never actually tried
I
that.
have.
Yeah.
There's
Yeah.
not
Okay, you
really
can.
very much good stuff to watch.
Oh
on
no, there's
Amazon
some good
Prime.
stuff on there. There's
Eh.
some good stuff
What?
on there.
Not really.
Yeah, they have Jack Ryan,
Mm-hmm.
Jack Reacher, two
Mhm.
Jacks.
Mm,
Yeah.
I tried to
Two
watch
Jacks
both.
don't make it right.
The Boys. The Boys.
Okay, The Boys was.
They have the new show coming out called Gen Z, which is a spinoff of The Boys, which is the X-Men version of The Boys.
Oh, Gen V.
Oh, it's a Gen V. Oh, that's right, because the
Yeah.
whole what's the name of the company in The Boys? V. It starts with a V. Remember?
Yeah.
Anyway, there you go. Gen Vagina, and then this you're right though. It's just not. It's like Disney Plus. There's not enough content for us to really give a shit, but we get free shipping. That's why we care.
And that's really where the money is on the Amazon Prime. And I feel like everything that I do look up, like I was trying to watch Going Clear, the Scientology
Oh, that's good.
documentary. I've never seen it, and I know it came out several years ago.
Yeah, it's on
and
Max.
and I'm looking on the internet. I'm like, where is it streaming? They're like Amazon Prime. I'm like, sweet, I got Amazon Prime. Go in there. No, you got to do the HBO trial. I'm like,
The book is good.
Oh yeah, but is it
You're
good on
into
tape?
books?
Yeah, I was gonna say I heard that book.
Audio?
Yeah, is it good on tape? But that's such a good documentary. Good Lord, Going Clear.
I need
is
to watch it because
phenomenal.
I got down that rabbit hole after I watched the whole Mission Impossibles and did the whole thing, and I was like, what
Yeah.
the fuck?
I never
And
put
I'm like, I want to watch
yeah.
it.
I don't put the 2 and 2 together when it comes to Tom. I just, whatever. Doesn't make me like not watch his movies. It's
Oh no, I fucking love Tom Cruise. We've established that, but
Yeah,
I
yeah.
am also like, what's going on here, people?
yeah, people, religion. What do you expect? It's made up. Anyway, all right, there you go. Disney Plus. They're gonna get you in the end, and you can't share your shit. Johnny's sharing his shit as the show goes, but can't share shit. And yeah, but if you have Amazon though, also you can sign up for Amazon Music for free. It's like Spotify. You'll get
Is
like
it as good?
80% of their catalog. If you want all of it, then you pay like an extra $7 a month.
We've
you
been
don't have
thinking
to.
also about canceling our Spotify subscriptions.
Yeah, if you have Amazon already, if you have Amazon Prime,
Yeah.
then you have access to pretty much all music. So check it out, Amazon
I'll
Music.
bring this up in my next budget meeting with my husband.
Oh, you guys have meetings. Very well. Anybody else have budget meetings, Carlos? Budget meeting?
Yeah.
I don't really have a budget
Yeah,
meeting.
you do have a
This
budget
is
meeting.
just
Oh, yeah.
conversations.
No,
in
that's-
passing.
Yeah. So yeah, but Carlos actually has real budget meetings. Yeah.
Conversations in passing. You owe me
Yeah.
$2.
Yeah.
No, it's like, why the fuck is this bill so fucking high? I'm like,
That's
I don't
right.
know. I got to do something about it. Yeah, you do
Why
something
is
about it.
$79,000? That's how it is in my house.
Yeah. Yeah. I got a free password as it goes by. Your husband's like, good for us.
Yeah, pretty much.
Johnny, do you have a budget meeting?
Nah, dog.
I like Johnny's
I mean,
idea.
you're living like me. I mean,
Did
we have our own accounts, and then we have a joint account. Joint account's going to
okay.
take care of all the bills, and then I get to
Yes,
buy all
yes.
the toys I want. You know?
Gotcha. Yes. Okay, there
And
you
I
go.
get to get it like within hours because I'm a Prime member. And I feel like Amazon is losing money off of me because I'll like order shit, and then they'll say, all right, you gotta buy $25 worth of shit to get it the same day. Well, all right. So I'll add shit to my cart, and then I'll just return it because it's free returns. And there's some poor Amazon delivery driver fucking working his ass off, and
For you to return it the next
for
day.
me to return it the next day.
I tell you what, the best thing Amazon did in the last couple of years was let you return at any Kohl's or UPS stores. The best things.
100%. Kohl's
best.
especially. And honestly, when I go into Kohl's and to return something from Amazon, I feel like I'm compelled to buy something here because this is so convenient. I never wanted to go away. So I'm going to like spend like $8 on a pair of underwear while I'm here just so Kohl's makes some money. So this never ends.
It's a genius move by
so
Kohl's.
Helpful.
Yeah, they probably look at their
Totally.
numbers from before they put this in the store and after, going, man, we got them good. Because I'll return something too that cost me $40. I'll go to the t-shirt section and buy a new like graphic tee for like $8, and like, yeah, I just saved $32. That's how my fucking math works. And
oh my god, the whole family. Man. No, they took the Kohl's return away from my area. So
really,
UPS store and then Whole Foods now.
That's right, Whole Foods. That's right. Go to any Whole Foods. Correct.
I don't go to Whole Foods. Too expensive.
Yeah. Well, we heard about your budget, so it's all good.
They have $2 Chuck too.
They do have $2 Chuck. So there you go, everyone. It's wine.
It's cheap wine.
It's just cheap wine. That's all.
I like that.
Oh my god, her eyes lit up.
So Whole Foods you go, and then AA. All right. All right. Well, I'll tell you what. We'll take a break. But when we come back, what's killing the comedy in theaters? What could it possibly be? We'll let you know after the break here on Nerds Talking, the podcast.
You know what, brother? Do you like to work out? Why don't you come join me on my podcast, Buff Guys Workout to the Extreme. No sissies allowed. Get ready. Get pumped. You don't know what's coming. It's all here. You're never gonna know what hit you. Podcast. That's right. Muscle on top of muscle, brother. There's no need to go to the gym. We bring it to you. To your ears, to your veins, to your blood. Get it pumping until you're ready to go. You wanna impress the ladies? Well, I'll show you how. With cheap steroids so you can get big muscles. Don't worry about small balls and dicks. You got muscles, and that's what ladies want. And you wanna get the ladies to listen to my podcast. It's called Buff Guys Workout to the Extreme. No sissies allowed. Get ready. Get pumped. You don't know what's coming. It's all here. You're never gonna know what hit you. Podcast, brother.
Nerds Talking is not responsible for the Buff Guys Workout to the Extreme. No sister allowed. Get ready, get pumped. You don't know what's coming. It's all here. You're never going to know what hit you. Podcast. If you take steroids, you can get small balls and dicks. Thanks for listening. I'm back to the show.
Welcome back to Nerds Talking, the podcast. We're with Carlos, Johnny, Laura, and I'm Lafayette. And we jump into what killed the comedy in theaters. Now, I'm not going to lie. I don't see comedies in theaters anymore. I don't know about you guys, but it's almost last on my list now. When comedies come out, I don't have much interest to watch comedies anymore in the theater. What is the last comedy you can remember seeing in a theater? Carlos? He's thinking. You might have to go back to him. Johnny? He's thinking.
It must have been when I had Movie Pass. So that was before COVID.
Do you remember maybe what it was? Probably not.
Nah, when you get Movie Pass, you just go.
That is true.
You go to go.
Yeah, and it's back. So you can Laura. Last comedy you may have seen in a theater that you can even remember.
No, I don't remember.
Okay, Carlos, anything come up that you might be like, man,
I can't remember not in theaters. No.
Yeah, see, not in theaters. According to Adam Devine, who is one of the stars of The Righteous Gemstones, he was also in a movie we just recently talked about called Outlaws. He was a star of Outlaws. He was in a few seasons of Modern Family. And there was a show on Comedy Central. I think you guys brought up before.
Workaholics.
Workaholics.
yeah.
He's one of the stars of Workaholics. And he said that Marvel movies are killing comedies because people rather spend their money to watch those than go to the theaters to watch comedies anymore. And they put it in people's heads that they should only spend their money on big budget blockbusters, and comedies are like, who cares? Like, I'll watch it when it comes out on DVD. Okay. Streaming. What do you guys think of that? Do you think that is a big factor that when a movie does come out, such as the latest Jennifer Lawrence movie called No Hard Feelings, which I saw and it's hilarious, people didn't see it? And I think this
thank you. Joyride.
Joyride.
Theater.
That's right. Joyride was
Yeah.
hilarious. So, there you go. So I saw Joyride as well. But people, I mean, these movies come out when another big budget movie comes out, a superhero movie, or I think No Hard Feelings came out at the same time as The Flash, and I think the same weekend. And people went, well, do people really go see The Flash? But people rather see The Flash than No Hard Feelings. So what's your take, Carlos, on comedies basically dying at the cinema?
That's just a stupid comment from a stupid man who's not really that funny. I mean, if someone wants to go like Joyride, I went to go see it because I thought it was funny. I saw the previews. I thought it was hilarious. And it was funny. And for him to say that Marvel is killing comedies because people would rather see big budget movies. Well, of course, people would rather go see big budget movies. I'm sure. Is Barbie, is that considered a comedy? I mean, what is that category?
I think
look
it
how
is
much money that
categorized
thing's made.
as a comedy. It's not a comedy, as we spoke before, but it is categorized as a comedy.
Yeah, well, there you go. It's made $1 billion already. I'm sure Oppenheimer was a bigger budget than Barbie.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah,
Big
so
time.
there you go. So his stupid comment just blown out of the water. The guy it's just I don't know. It's just everybody's blaming Marvel movies for everything. Even what Scorsese said, Marvel movies aren't real cinema. Well, just because it's not a gangster movie that's been done 1,000 times and all repeat over and over, only changing the character, but using the same actors for every fucking movie you make. Hey, man, it's cinema.
Yeah, I don't know. The Scorsese thing, I mean, his movie coming out is nothing like that. Over the Killing Flower
Over the
Moon.
top two? Oh.
Actually, it is the same thing as that. I'm just messing with the same old shit. DiCaprio,
Of course it is.
De Niro, blah, blah, blah. Johnny, what's your take on comedies dying at the cinema?
Adam Devine clarified his comments, saying, as a guy who loves movies and TV, it's cool to be in variety, but this is misleading. I like Marvel, and I think these movies are cool. I was saying that studios, in trying to compete with Marvel, have stopped making mid-budget comedies. I miss seeing comedy in the theaters. I mean,
so now he's talking about himself when he basically gets like, when people like attack him after the fact, he has to come out and clarify. That's not what I meant. Yeah,
of course.
Yeah, of course.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Johnny,
You know what it is?
Coming to the rescue, Adam Devine.
I don't know. You notice that? Because he likes Adam Devine, the non-funny piece of shit that he is.
I was just reading is all I was doing. I mean, the guy makes $72,000 a week, right? So like,
fuck, that's great. That's actually fantastic.
Good for him.
Yeah,
good for him.
Absolutely.
No, so Johnny, what's your take?
I mean, he's not wrong as far as like releasing a comedy movie when Endgame came out. Probably not the best idea. Maybe push it back a week, push it forward a week, do something. The Marvel movies, or just the superhero movies, have taken a big chunk of people's desire to go to the movies, and I would rather see a superhero movie than a comedy movie, personally. But I wouldn't say that he's wrong. He's not the only person that's made the comment. I mean, I think Jennifer Aniston said something similar. But yeah, I mean, I'm sure all of you guys would probably watch a Marvel movie as opposed to a comedy that comes out.
I'm going to take the stance that I don't think it's Marvel that killed comedies in the theater. I think it's streaming. Because, I mean, I know that I am not the ideal movie consumer. Like I used to go to movies a lot more when I was younger. But now that I'm old and I'm crotchety, and especially now that I have children, it's what can I do after the kids go to bed? And the only movies that I will make an effort to get a babysitter and go out to the big screen to see are spectacles. And it doesn't have to be a superhero movie. I want to see Oppenheimer because I assume it's going to be a bit of a spectacle. You know, I want to see it as it's intended in this large screen format. But otherwise, comedies are not known for that. So I will wait till it goes on streaming and I will watch it that way. So that's my argument, that it's not Marvel, it's streaming. And I did look it up, the comedies of the last couple of years. Last comedy that I saw in theater was actually an action movie. It was Nobody with
Nobody. Yes.
Oh, that's
what's
not a
his name?
comedy. Yeah.
That's not a
It is.
comedy.
It's
Yeah,
technically
it's not
billed as a
though.
comedy
I
on
know, but
Google
Mm.
anyway.
it's not a
Is it
But
comedy.
really?
that's the
That's-
last one that I saw.
No,
Yeah,
that
and it's an
Nobody
action movie,
was-
I know.
I mean, it should be called Old Wick, because that's all it was. It was an
Old Wick.
action
It was pretty
flick
good.
with an old guy.
Yeah.
I
It
liked
was great. I loved
good.
it. I
Yeah.
love Bob Odenkirk.
Definitely not a
He's
comedy.
hilarious.
I think it's a comedy because of Bob Odenkirk, so they call it that.
I mean, there are funny parts to it for sure.
Oh, for sure. You know.
But yeah, I it's just I'm only gonna spend the money to go see a big spectacle movie that is intended to be seen large, where you can see every, you know, detail and experience the whole thing, as opposed to a comedy that's close shot and, you know, no special effects. What is the big difference between seeing that sitting at home versus seeing it on a theater?
I mean, that is true too. I different than I guess Adam's take is I'll just see if it looks good. Like we saw Joyride. We went to the theater. We had options, but we were like, that shit looks funny. Let's just watch that one. And it was hilarious. Like I said, I saw the Jennifer Garner movie, same shit. It looked funny. I wanted to see it. It just looked good. If it looks good, I'm gonna see it. That's
What's
pretty
the
much
Jennifer
it.
Garner movie?
It's called No Hard Feelings, where
Jennifer Lawrence.
Jennifer
Lawrence.
Lawrence. Jennifer Lawrence, not Jennifer Garner. She doesn't really do shit. But Jennifer Lawrence movie, you know which one I'm talking about, right? Where
Mm.
the parents hire her off of like Craigslist and to basically take the kid out, blah blah blah. Anyway, I think it just depends, but he's not wrong. Comedies don't make money like they used to. You know, people don't run to comedies anymore. We saw Joyride. How many people were in the theater? 8 of us, maybe. It
Probably.
was a big ass theater, like 8 people. When I saw the Jennifer Lawrence, yeah.
You're right. Yep.
When I saw that movie, I think there's maybe 10 of us in the theater. That's it. When I saw the new Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, which is a comedy, more or less, maybe there was 30 of us in the theater. And I would think there'd be a hell of a lot more for that movie. Didn't really, people did not rush to see that movie.
But the ones that pack the house are the superhero or the action movies.
They are. The ones that pack the house. Laura has a point. It is the extravagant movies. When Dune 2 comes out, because I thought part 1 was fantastic, I will run out to watch Dune part 2 because it is a spectacle.
Oh, Dune.
You know.
Dune. Yeah, I totally thought you said Doom, and I was like,
I thought
what?
too. I'm like, what?
Yes, when
They're making
Doom
a
2 comes
sequel to
out
that
with
shit?
Dwayne the Rock. Actually, they didn't make another Doom, I think, with like a straight to
Like
DVD.
Randy
type of
Did it have
Couture.
Carl-
Yeah, Randy Couture
Carl
style.
Urban in it. Didn't
Yeah,
he
that
die
type.
in the first one?
But he
Who,
did
The
die in the
Rock?
first one. No,
Yeah.
no,
No,
Carl
not
Urban.
The Rock. Carl Urban.
Um,
I don't know. It doesn't matter.
It
This
does-
doesn't
It
matter.
doesn't matter.
Oh
It
shit!
doesn't-
She didn't realize what she said. She did not realize it. That's a catchphrase for The Rock. So good job, Laura. Good job.
Oh,
Yeah.
sorry.
No, don't apologize.
I didn't know that.
Please apologize.
Yeah. So I don't know. I think the take is he's not wrong, but what would make you go watch a comedy in the theaters? Is it an actor? Is it the trailer? There's a new movie coming out called Strays about the dogs,
That was funny.
starring
That
Kevin
looks funny.
Hart.
I'll
and Will
watch that in the
Ferrell.
theater.
Yeah.
That shit looks hilarious, right? So I think
For
that's what it is.
me, it would be an actor that I thought was particularly hot.
Now, who though? Give me like an example of someone that could do comedy, but you're like, oh man, I want to go see it for also he's a good looking guy.
I would
Oh,
go see anything
fan.
with Timothy Olyphant in it.
I knew it.
I will go see it in theaters. He is funny. Did you watch Santa Clarita Diet? He's very funny.
I did,
Yes.
but it doesn't work.
He
Just
can be
doesn't work.
very funny,
Yeah, not that he
but
can't.
he's not a comedic actor.
Yeah, exactly.
You're right.
Like Bradley Cooper's one that he can do funny, right?
He's hot, but he's not on my list. But
No, I'm
Channing
just
Tatum.
saying. Oh, Channing Tatum can do funny. He can
No.
do funny. Yeah,
No.
he can do funny.
No.
But
He's got-
she's not on. He's not on her list though.
he's got the Cro-Mag
On
brow.
Johnny's
I'm not
list.
into it.
Hello.
Just-
I know he noticed that.
Too
He's on
much.
Johnny's list. Yeah.
I'll pay him $72,000 an hour.
An hour. Wow. Wow.
Good thing you have your own bank account.
We clarified that. Put that on your budget list. Yeah, Carlos, what's your final take on it? I mean, do you see his point, or do you think it has to do with the quality of the movie and so forth?
No, I don't see his point. I think it just like, was it Laura that said it just comes, or you said it was your options. What are your options when you go that weekend? If you're releasing a comedy, don't release it the same weekend as a big budget. Like, I don't know what's coming out the same weekend as Blue Beetle, but if you put a comedy up against Blue Beetle, I'm sure people are going to go see Blue Beetle for two reasons: to see if it sucks or to see if it's good, because it's a DC film. I'm going to go see it to see if it's good. So if anything else comes out that weekend, well, I'm going to pass and go see Blue Beetle.
Good
It's up
call
to
on Blue Beetle.
options.
Blue Beetle comes out this week, so good call. Good job there. Good plug. Fantastic. Johnny, how about you? What's your final take? It's same thing. If it looks good, it's good. I'll go check it out. Or do you kind of pull back on comedies?
I think the last time I was actively going to the movies for comedy is like Will Ferrell movies. I remember if he had a new movie coming out, I'm like, all right, I'm going to go see Talladega Nights this week. And then a few months later, it's going to be, I don't know, his other good show, Anchorman or something like that. Like that was probably the last time I was actively anticipating like comedy movies. And that was quite a few years ago. So, I mean, it's for me, it's going to be an actor who can perform, and or maybe if he's like paired up with somebody that I like, you know, a Will Ferrell and The Rock movie. I'll go watch that.
You're more of you'll watch it based on who's in it, who's the lead act, like who's the actual star of it. That's what it
Right?
sounds
Because
like.
if the In-Laws movie came out in theaters, there's no fucking way I'm going to go watch that movie. It's on streaming, and I gave it a half hour.
But what if the Outlaws came out in theaters?
You know, if the Outlaws came out in theaters, I would probably go.
I just want to clarify.
If the In-Laws came out in theaters, I wouldn't. But Outlaws for
there
sure.
You go.
Shut
So,
up.
for instance, this week, you got Blue Beetle, you got Strays, right? Which one would you rather see first? The big budget superhero movie or the comedy movie?
Strays, 100%.
Oh, Strays stars Jamie Foxx, not Kevin Hart. My mistake. It's Jamie Foxx and Will Ferrell. All right, Strays. Carlos, Blue Beetle or Strays? Which one you gonna see
Blue
first?
Beetle first, Strays probably on a Sunday.
All right. And Laura, if you had to choose between Blue Beetle, the superhero movie, or Strays, the comedy about dogs?
I know nothing about the Blue Beetles, so I'll go with dogs.
You guys
Got
suck.
it.
You guys are
Yeah.
horrible.
Wow. Blue Beetle for me first, for sure. Strays, I mean, like Carlos said, probably next day or even the following week. It looks funny as shit, though. Looks funny as shit. Well, there you go. That's our take on our comedies dying at the theater. Will you watch them? And is Adam Devine a douche? That was the last part of that one. So,
Yeah, I'm a douche.
all right, douche it is. That's the verdict out of all that. He's a douche. All right, we'll take a break here and there's Talking the Podcast. We'll be right back after this.
Do you like money? Have you thought about investing in cryptocurrency? Do you see a future where your 401k is worth more than you imagine? Then tune into the podcast Fat Rich Pigs. That's right. Do you want to be a fat rich pig? Or just a fat guy that buys pigs and flips them on the market and gets all the bacon, if you know what I mean? Fat Rich Pigs. That's stuff for you. Listen, it's a good show. I have satisfied customers all over the place, from Fat Guy Loves Cake to the Nerd Stalking Podcast fellas. They're all filthy rich because of me, because of my podcast. Fat Rich Pig is one of our customers telling you how they got rich because of the show.
I heard this guy on Nerd Stalking the Podcast, and I thought, hey, why not give it a shot? And now look at me. I got a lot of Dogecoin. I got so much, I don't know what to do with it. So, hey, Nerd Stalking the Podcast.
And there you go, a satisfied customer for my podcast and Nerd Stalking the Podcast every Friday. Now back to the show. Fat Rich Pigs.
Welcome back to Nerds Talking the Podcast. Hope you're having yourself a wonderful day as we jump into our final segment, and it is toy fads. Johnny researched it. He's all in on it. He's going to lead the charge here. Johnny, what about toy fads? Let me know. What are we talking about here, buddy?
Well, there's a couple of different lists, and then the one list that I saw is going way back for 1912, the yo-yo. Let's not cover that. The yo-yo, Monopoly. I don't need to know about that.
A hula hoop.
The hula hoop, yeah.
Mm.
Rock and stick, like all that shit.
Rock and wow, the first toys ever.
We don't need to cover that. Rubik's Cube, that was 1980.
Oh yeah.
That was
Cabbage
a fad.
Patch Kids was huge
Yes.
in 83. And the only person that I knew of that had Cabbage Patch Kid was
Justin.
did he have one?
He did. His name was Damien.
His name was. Wait, Justin skateboarder?
Yeah, Justin Vanderbogen.
Vanderbilt?
World-renowned DJ. Thank
He
you very
is.
much.
And
Look him up.
producer. Yeah, he is.
No, I didn't even know he had one. I was thinking of Pepe. He had a Cabbage
Ah,
Patch.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Pepe had one, or he just looked like one? He was short and stubby. Laura's like, who's Pepe? And what a name, right? And he was Mexican. His name was Pepe.
Well,
That
I
makes sense.
assumed.
That makes sense.
Yeah.
Wait,
Nice.
first of all, before we move on, was that his real name? I just knew him as Pepe.
No, his
It's
name was
Jose.
Jose.
No shit.
Mhm.
Yeah.
We're bad people.
He ain't
All right.
listening. Don't worry about it.
no.
He's not listening.
Care Bears, 85.
Yeah, that was a fad for 85 for damn sure. Wait,
They
who
had
had a
the
Care
cute
Bear?
little hearts on the butt. Yeah, I had one. They had all the Care
okay.
Bears had like a little plastic heart.
Design on their
butt.
tummy and
And
a
it-
heart on their butt.
A different insignia on their tummy or
Yeah.
chest or
Tummy.
whatever.
And the
yeah.
Care Bear stare.
Yeah,
That's right. That's right. Next.
This says Nintendo Game Boy, but then like also it
Yeah.
didn't mention the actual Nintendo. That was a fucking craze back in the day.
That was a craze.
The craze where like, you know, people are protesting against it because
Yep.
video games are evil and all that shit. Like
And then that time your mom protested by not buying you one, but only buying you the games.
I thought you might bring up a painful part of my childhood. And yes, you did. My first Game Boy came from I bought it from Nelson, your brother.
No shit.
Yeah, he had a bunch of them, and then he was like,
He did?
yeah,
Bitch.
I'm
I
too
didn't
cool.
get
Well,
for
I know
this
he had
shit.
two. I know he had two of them for sure. Yeah. Yeah.
Well, I mean, like I got all his games and shit too. So like at one point he just grew up, and then he's like, "You want these?"
Yeah. He
So I
he
paid
gave
him
up on
$50.
Yeah, he gave up on video games really fast. Yeah.
Yeah.
So,
But I won for sure. on
you
that
did
one.
win that one. Good job. You
All
outmathed
right.
them good.
I outmathed them. 1991, Pogs.
Oh, yeah. The
I
Paul.
did not
Yeah,
understand.
I didn't understand it
Pogs.
either.
Same here.
Oh,
Never
me
was into
neither.
them whatsoever.
Like a bottle
I
cap
remember Foot Locker or something like had a bunch of Pogs there at the place, and I was like, I guess these are cool.
game. You guess what? What happened?
Yeah. Guess
I
what?
guess they're cool. They were shiny. They had like holographic ones, which, you know,
Yes,
when you're a
yes,
kid, everything
they did.
shiny is cool. And then there's like the heavier ones with the flippers, and you're like, okay, that's cool because it's made of like a more solid plastic. I don't know. There's something fun about them, but I did.
They did
not
a similar
understand.
game in Squid Game. Remember that, where like they like threw down that piece of paper, and if it flipped, then he got
Oh,
to
yeah,
slap
yeah.
him, and then if
Yeah.
it didn't flip, then he got some money, that type of shit. So they were
Yeah.
playing Pogs and Squid Games.
Oh, okay.
That's
What
why I
else?
used to play
Uh,
quarters in middle school.
Oh, I remember I lost a lot of quarters. I
Oh.
was not very good at that shit. Like I couldn't have milk that day because I'm fucking terrible at gambling. Next up, Barney, 1993, Talking Doll Barney.
Barney.
I don't know. I mean, I'm pretty sure Elmo's gonna be on that list. Has to be.
Tickle Me Elmo.
Mhm.
Yeah, that was later on. 93 to 94, Power Rangers.
Oh,
Yeah, I mean,
Power
yeah,
Rangers.
that was basically just like that was a money grab for toys. Yeah, for
Yeah.
sure.
96, Tickle Me Elmo.
Ah, there he is.
People were fighting in the stoves for Tickle Me Elmo.
There he is.
Get it? Elmo is really cute.
like to take all my friends and tickle my nuts, man.
And you know, stores were keeping them in the back on purpose to drop the hype.
Oh, makes sense.
Toys
When
R Us
the,
is doing
Drop
it.
the hype?
No, like build it up. Like,
Oh,
build
I
the
was
hype.
gonna
the
say.
hype.
Yeah,
when
okay, that makes more sense.
when the fad died down and then like stores had them like readily available. I remember going into I think it was KB and they had a whole stack of them, and I just like pushed all the stomachs at once, and they fucking it was like that video clip you sent me of the talking like toys. They were just going back and forth.
Oh, yeah.
You're
have you
evil.
guys ever? I mean, two of you guys have kids, so have you been in like the toddler toy aisle, and then you press the button of one of those ones, and they all like link together, and the
Yeah.
whole wall starts singing at you?
Yeah.
No, I have to try this.
Scared
Is that
the
a haunting?
shit
What is
out of
that?
me the first time. What
What
are they
is-
called,
this
Johnny?
poltergeist?
Do you know?
Mm-mm.
It's they're electronic, and obviously, and if you press their bellies, they say something, like every other toy does, but they link to the toys around them. So then the whole wall starts singing at you. And I was looking for toys for, Charlotte when she was like 6 months or a year or something. And I was like, what's this? And I pressed the button and it says something. And I'm like, oh, okay. And then literally the whole wall starts singing at me. And I jumped out of my skin. And there was a Target employee in the aisle. And he's like, I did the same thing the first time it happened to me too.
Yeah,
It's
they're
like
called
you saw me
they're
physically
called
jump.
they're called linkimals.
Yeah.
They're like little animals.
Yeah.
And they're all linked to each other. Yeah.
Terrifying
yeah.
the first time and
Mattel.
you're not expecting it.
Good old Mattel terrifies children with their penisless Kens. Johnny?
1997 Tamagotchi.
Oh shit.
Yes.
Carlos
Yes.
fucking
Mine lived
treated that
90
like
days.
treated that
90
thing like
days.
Before the
fucking-
battery died, or
No, it died. It just died.
so he had it with him at all times. We worked
Yeah.
together back then at a job, and he would not stop. I gotta feed my baby. I gotta take my baby for a walk. I'm like, my God, what is this?
Destined to be a daddy.
Let me
even
tell
from
ya,
back then.
When I went to San Diego Comic-Con, Tamagotchi had a huge booth. I'm like, these
Really?
suckers are back.
wow.
I'm like, don't let Carlos know this shit.
I bet
Everything
I
old is new
bet Carlos
again.
was a better father to Tamagotchi
Than
than
his
he is
own
to his
child.
kids.
No, because my kid's older than 90 days, man.
Okay, you have a
Yeah.
point.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a good point. But your Tamagotchi probably died because you took a nap at work. You weren't paying attention.
I woke up one morning and he was dead.
Ah, son of a bitch! You committed
Yeah.
suicide.
I had one, but
Hanging
my
from a little rope.
I had a guy that worked in a music store here in St. Louis that I had a crush on, like some employee, and he had a Pikachu Tamagotchi on his belt loop, and I thought that was the coolest thing in the world.
Oh
So
wow!
you're just staring at his crotch.
I know the whole time.
I've got an interesting story about that guy, but
Okay, well, you've opened
have
the can of
time, let's
worms,
go.
and you
Okay,
have to
all right,
spill
all right.
now.
so at the time I was like 17 years old, and there were two guys that worked at music stores, two separate music stores that I had huge crushes on. And one of them, I'm married.
Okay. All right. So
And
you
what
got one.
happened to the other guy?
The other guy, I saw him. I remember I went to Shakespeare in the Park in St. Louis, and I saw him at Shakespeare in the Park with a girlfriend, like laying romantically on the blanket. And I was like, oh, I wish I was that girl. Like all this stupid shit. And then I saw him like 10 years later. I went to some like craft show or something, and he was working the register. And I was like, did you used to work at Vintage Vinyl? He's like, I did a long time ago. And I'm like, yeah, I remember you. And like in my head, I wanted to tell him, I'd be like, I had such a huge crush on you and this other guy, and I married the other guy. I'm like, we almost got married, kind of like by the transitive properties. You and I could have gotten married. But I
How'd he
didn't say
look?
that. He looked okay. I mean, I recognized him, so he looked okay, you know? But
Yeah, but
I
at
mean,
that
he's
time
also
we like, did I marry the right one?
Yeah. Did
No,
you second guess
because-
yourself?
No, because he was 10 years later and he was still working at cash register.
Yeah, but he was
so
also
no.
at a fair you enjoyed. You could have gotten it for free. He could have hooked you up.
Yeah.
Ooh,
Yeah.
good
As
It's
a
like
plus
a
one.
$7 entry fee,
Right.
so
Hey,
I'm
hey, I gotta go to
fine.
work, honey. I got your name at the will call.
point.
Come on through.
Ooh,
Yeah, but
he's
did you question him? Were
crafty.
you like, so is this what you
Oh, that's a
do?
good
You
one.
work in this register? Is that
No,
what you
I
do?
didn't. I should have though. I mean, it could have been just like a weekend thing he was doing. I don't know, but
Did
no,
you
I
walk
didn't
up-
second.
He
guess
could have
myself,
owned
but
the
it-
store for all you know.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you don't know that.
Yeah, I
that could have
don't,
been
yeah.
his. He also
But it was just a weird moment, you know. What
You
I
know
mean?
what's funny is like if you like reached down and like fed his Tamagotchi.
I was gonna say. I was gonna say that. He still has it hanging
His
from his belt.
Pikachu.
Honestly, I think I did mention the Pikachu Tamagotchi. Like he used to have a Pikachu Tamagotchi. I think I did say that, and he
And
was
he
like,
took that as
okay.
a
All right,
He
stalker.
turned around, started
Yeah.
crying. Like, oh my
Yeah.
Pikachu.
He's like, it died 90 days later.
As you walked away, he's like, "That could have been my wife, guys." So that's all you want, ma'am? It's $7.
All right,
Johnny?
1998, Furby.
Furbies,
The
yeah.
Furbies. Anybody have one?
Man, no.
No, same here. They talk and shit. Yeah, no. Next.
Yeah, they're originally retailing for 35, and they skyrocketed to $100 thanks to the craze. All right, this one, 2000, Razor scooters.
Oh yeah, the razor scooter.
They
I
were
had one.
fucking everywhere, and then like when I worked at the grocery store, like they all of a sudden started showing up there, and that's when the craze like just stopped.
Still popular though.
Once they show up at the grocery store, fad's over.
I met a guy who was sponsored by Razor. He was a rider. He do stunts and stuff.
on the
They were
scooter.
fun.
Yeah, on the scooter.
Oh, he was super gay then, because like I have no respect for those scooter people that go down half pipes, man. Skateboard or nothing. Skate or die.
That's
Skate or die.
That's dude. I saw a guy do that. He jumped off of what's those the Nitro Circus? You know, they jump off those like 50-foot ramps. He
Yeah.
did that with a razor, and I was like, holy shit, dude. That's shit's terrifying, bro. What,
Oh
a razor
yeah,
scooter?
like as he's in the
Wow.
air, just thinking about dudes because he's super gay.
Because he's super gay. And he's like, oh no, I hope I crash right into the craft fair, right into his Tamagotchi.
They're just the precursor, really, to the Lime scooter and all that kind of stuff, right? It's just the
Mhm.
unmotorized version of it. The
Yeah.
motorized version is so
Well,
much
this
more
one
fun.
also broke down. I remember like when I was in community college where people would pull it out from their car to their class, and I thought to myself,
Oh yeah, you can fold it up.
Yeah, you could fold it up. I was
Yep.
like, all right, well, I don't have to worry about losing my girl to you. Next
True.
fad.
Cake coolers
I
are
mean,
definitely cooler.
I don't know why this is on here and other ones aren't, but Xbox 2005 or Xbox 360. I mean,
That's the
can
first
see that.
Xbox.
Yeah,
isn't
the
it?
first Xbox.
That's
yeah.
why.
Super popular. Yeah.
yeah, but I mean, like all the consoles, right? When they first come out, I mean, there's a craze that hits. People line up for days. Next
It's
one is
It's because Microsoft came off the
Yeah.
Xbox, and people are like, oh shit, Microsoft, Sony's doomed. Well, that didn't
Yeah.
quite work out for
yeah.
them.
1 year later, Sony PlayStation.
Really? Is that what's on the
2006.
list?
Yeah.
Yep. Yep.
Now this one wasn't really a toy, but iPod Touch 07.
Yeah, not really a toy.
I
That's
mean,
that's an adult
Yeah.
thing. Yeah,
No,
it's weird.
yeah,
It says,
but it was a craze for sure.
I mean, the list says craziest toy fads.
Yeah, why is it a
22.
toy?
I don't fucking know.
I don't know.
Because the iPad is 2010 listed on here.
Don't go too far. Keep going.
Nintendo Wii 2012.
Okay. Yeah.
The
Mhm.
Wii was
The whole
fun.
interactive thing. Yeah, for sure.
Fidget spinners 2017.
Ah, yeah.
Yeah.
Mm.
Yeah.
All right. So that's that one list, but I have another list with it's a top 10 more toy related. Polly
Top 10.
Pockets.
Oh, Polly
Polly
Pocket.
Pocket.
Yeah.
Speaking
Polly
of
Pocket.
which, Mattel's next movie, they already casted Polly.
What?
Oh, geez. I
Yeah.
feel like that's not going to be nearly.
Who is
as-
it? Who is it?
Uh-uh.
Oh, and I just God damn.
Because Mattel and Netflix canceled their He-Man movie together. Now Mattel's shopping it around. Netflix didn't want to make it after all.
Chia
Maybe
Pets.
just something-
You think that was a
Oh.
toy?
That's not a toy. That was for mothers that were home watching daytime television.
Motherfucker, I didn't make this list. I'm just reading.
I'm just letting you know, man.
it.
I work at the craft fair. Leave me alone.
What about silly bands? That's
I don't even know what that is.
Slap bracelet, I think.
Slap bracelets. Yeah.
Ah.
That was,
Oh,
wasn't a
yeah,
fad,
yeah.
though. It's
All right.
weird.
Do you
Oh
know?
no,
who
these
Lily-
are the Madonna bracelets.
Oh, the gel ones.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Those were pretty big.
Do you know who Lily Collins is?
Yes, I do.
Is she the one that looks
She
like
is
Jessica
Polly
Rabbit?
Pocket. No, she's just a kid.
No.
Oh, hell no, she's not a kid. She's 34 years old. Jesus
She's not a
Christ.
kid.
Jesus Christ.
But she
She looks like
You're
a
doing
kid.
your math again.
Yeah. Him and his Disney Plus math.
But yeah, she's Polly Pocket.
Okay.
Remind me, what the hell is a Polly Pocket again?
This is not who I think it is.
It's a little fucking toy. It's a Polly Pocket. God damn it.
It's like
Good
a
enough.
little clamshell.
Yeah, you pop it
that's
open.
right.
There's a
girl
little
toy.
Yes.
Little
girl
And
house
there's
inside.
different things inside. Yes. Okay.
Yeah.
There's a fucking basically miniature Barbie. Got it.
All right.
Basically,
1975. Pet Rocks. Holy shit. They were some
Jesus.
stupid ass people in 1975.
That wasn't on the list.
No, I swear to God. Pet Rocks.
My buddy had a pet rock.
Your buddy's fucking stupid.
It peed everywhere.
He's probably,
Yeah.
His house broken.
did you have a razor?
You fucking did you like pee on the rock and fucking blame it on the rock? Oh, your rock took a shit in your room. Weird.
I like how he woke up one day. My rock's dead.
90 days.
He won't move.
Skip it across the water for his funeral.
Some of the ones on this list we already covered, but number one, they have Beanie Babies.
Yeah. I would say probably. Would you say that's the biggest fad? Probably.
No, Cabbage Patch has got to be.
I don't know, because of the incorporation of the internet and the sales. I mean, it might be the biggest one. Before, like Cabbage Patch is like, word of mouth, and then just you would hear about it on the news, how people are fighting for it and stuff like that. With the Beanie Babies, you can actually see the numbers and see that they're making crazy money over like these $5 dolls.
And I think
Doing
it's
dolls,
more
John.
of the Cabbage Patch and the Tickle Me Elmo and all that kind of stuff. Like people were going crazy because everyone had to have it
By Christmas
for
and-
their kids.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
for Christmas, for birthday, all that kind of stuff. Beanie Babies was this crazy thing of like, oh, they're worth so much money. They're like freaking investments. They're CDs. You know what I mean? Like you put your money in
Yeah.
Beanie Babies.
I think when
That's
adults
what
start,
makes it insane.
yeah, when adults start collecting it, that's kind of the fad right there.
Yeah,
No, that-
because
that's a
adults
good
are the
point.
ones with money.
Yeah, when the adults also want it at the same time, that's the crazy part. Yeah, there you go. I mean, the PlayStation 5 currently is kind of like that. Like people buy it out right away, kids and adults. So
Yeah.
Oh, I was gonna tell you guys, I finally hooked it up. My
Oh,
PS5.
shit. There you go.
what did you
And-
play? What was the first game you played?
Oh, I didn't have a chance to play anything yet.
Okay,
I just
well,
I just
story
plugged it
ended.
in.
I just plugged it
That,
in.
that doesn't count. No,
You feel accomplished?
I logged in. That's what I did.
It updated because I know that thing had to have an update.
Yeah, I updated and it looks good. Looks good.
Congratulations, seriously, everybody. Laura, congratulations. Tell them congratulations. Everybody, give them.
Congratulations.
Yeah.
Oh
Carlos,
my god! Thank you
congratulations,
so
yes.
much.
Everybody must do that. All right. Well, there we go. The toy fad. So out of all the toy fads, what did you have? We know Carlos had a Tamagotchi. Johnny, did you have anything you named?
No, I mean I got
Not including video games.
well, I mean, yeah, that's it. Just the Game Boy, but I got that after the fad
After.
was over.
Yeah.
I didn't
we
get
know-
anything during the fad. My mom, she was not about the fads.
Yeah. Laura, anything that we named that you had? Did you have Polly Pockets?
Again, my neighbors had Polly Pockets because they
yes,
had all the
that's
cool
right.
stuff.
Yeah,
I did
yeah.
not particularly. But I will say that I do admire the pet rock thing because I think the reason why it got so popular is because of how stupid and kitsch it was. So props to that guy, man.
I'm not gonna lie. The Chia Pet should not be on that list. It's not a toy.
All I do is read, sir. This is all I do. It's not my fault.
I know I'm blaming you. You stupid bastard.
Yeah. Your list sucks.
You suck. Yeah, I can't think of anything that wasn't on that list. Can anybody think of anything that necessarily wasn't that you knew was a fad? I can't really think of anything. When you watch those Toys That Made Us, there's a lot of things on there like G.I. Joe that was a fad. You know, people had to get their hands on.
The Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, He-Man.
Oh yeah. Oh my God, yeah. Yeah.
Remember
Star
there
Wars
was a
toys.
there was a moment
yep.
where like the lesser known ones were trying to come up, like Mask. You remember that?
Yes, Mask.
Oh,
It was like a
Mask.
combination between like Transformers and G.I. Joes, and they had cartoon.
Shopping that movie too.
They are shopping that
GoBots.
movie. GoBots. Oh,
GoBots.
so bad that it's good.
Thundercats.
American Dolls. That's something.
Oh, yeah,
I
that's
think
a
of
big
from
thing,
my
right?
childhood.
Oh
yeah.
yes, American
I
Dolls.
don't think it was ever a fad. Like
It wasn't.
I feel
no.
like it's been kind of a slow rise or
It's a
know.
consistent. I mean, it's been constant. Right?
consistent. Yeah.
Was Build-A-Bear a fad at first? Because it seems like whenever you
Yes,
got one
I
in
think
your
so.
mall, it was busy as hell. Everybody had to get a Build-A-Bear.
That's true.
Yeah.
I had a Build-A-Bear. Now Charlotte has Build-A-Bear.
See, was it yours or is it a new one?
It was mine. It was mine.
Oh.
I was kind of too old when Build-A-Bear came out, but I did kind of like get into the fad, and I spent my own money and got a black Build-A-Bear because I
So
was a teenager. So I was like, it's black.
Yeah, is hers more like rebrand-A-Bear? Because she
No,
didn't get to build it.
It's just
No.
it's just a black. It's just a black teddy bear.
Oh,
It is a
Hand me
quality
down a
bear.
Hand me down
Hand
a bear.
me down a bear.
Is he
And
not
it
wearing
is
clothes?
It's a high quality bear. No clothes.
Just a straight black bear.
It's a straight black bear.
On
Very
cocaine?
nice.
Is it do cocaine?
Yeah, it's a diverse. It's a diverse bear, right? Well,
I tried taking my daughter to the Build-A-Bear store, and we walked out with a hat because that's all she wanted. So I win.
you did win. You saved so much money.
Oh, I saved so much money.
It's fucking genius.
I recently took binkies away, pacifiers away from Charlotte. She's 3. And I'm like, well, if I can't potty train you, I've got to break you of something. So I took away her binkies.
I like the,
And
I do like the parenting.
You needed a win. I get it.
Yeah,
I
that's what it
needed a
was.
win.
I like how the child's defeating you. You're like, fuck this.
All right, you can shit your pants today, but you ain't sucking on this.
Yeah. I'm gonna take your bear away from you.
But one of the things that they suggested was like, oh, you take it to Build-A-Bear, you put the binky in the bear, and then that's their thing from now on. And I'm like, that sounds expensive. So I just made up a story that the tooth fairy, before you lose teeth, the tooth fairy comes and takes away your binkies and leaves you a toy.
Still gotta buy her
So
a
that's
toy
what I
though,
did.
right?
Yeah, but it was a like $8 Elsa doll. So
Okay.
But what if you came home and you found her sucking on Elsa?
no, she
binky's
does not
gone.
suck on. I wish she would. She puts like half of her hand in her mouth. She'll be watching TV and she's doing this.
Better make her knock that shit off before high
Yeah.
school.
I know.
Be the
right?
most popular girl ever.
I can fit my whole fist in my mouth.
Say again. Would you like to go to homecoming with me?
What are you doing Friday night?
You guys hear
I
about
just-
Charlotte?
I don't like this conversation. And
Hey, yeah, you better give that binky back.
Well, that's why you got to make your daughter a lesbian, like I'm doing.
Make her a lesbian. Just kind of
Yes.
driving towards that direction.
Yeah, I tried because I was like, hey, let's watch women's soccer, and then they sucked.
They did. They
watch
did.
WNBA.
Expectations.
Yeah.
I like how you try to guide her that way. Very, very well. Very good. Very good. All right. Well, that's about it. Carlos, anything else?
No.
All right.
Oh, wait.
Johnny, wait.
Oh,
Time out.
I don't know if it's not a toy, but some of the stuff on there wasn't a toy either. What about the Swatch watch? That was a fad.
I
Yeah.
still see
Yeah,
those
it
like
was.
stands
I had
around.
several of them.
But not a toy though. Not
No, but
no. It was a fad though.
it was definitely huge. And
yeah.
Yeah.
Different bands and all that. Yeah.
what was that show where they synchronized swatches?
They synchronized watches.
Swatches.
Captain Planet. I don't know.
No, it was like a TV series Parker Lewis can't lose.
Parker
Parker
Lewis.
Lewis.
Yeah, they synchronized swatches when they did a little.
Laura literally has
hijinks.
no idea what Parker Lewis is. No clue.
You did
Never
not
heard
miss
of it.
out.
Yeah, you did not miss out.
You did not
It
miss
was
out.
not as good as it sounds, and it doesn't sound good. So it was.
All right,
trash.
before we go,
Mhm.
let me ask Carlos and Lafayette, because you guys grew up where I grew up. Have you ever heard of Stockton Boulevard being called the Blade?
No,
Never. No.
no. Why,
Neither
is that
have
what they're
I,
calling
but
now?
apparently, like that's where the streetwalkers are. Like in the section where the
Oh, there's a
hoes like to
certain
walk.
section.
Oh, it's got to be
Yeah.
Stockton Boulevard down by where the old Albertsons and Hollywood Video used to be. Because I used to see streetwalkers there all the time.
Oh yeah, between like Florin and Franklin. That's where the
Yeah.
the hoes
Yeah.
roam.
No, I didn't
But-
know. I didn't know it was a name for it.
No,
Why do
it-
they call
it's
it the Blade? Is that where you get
The
shanked by the
Blade.
pimp if you don't pay up?
Yeah, how does
I
that
tried to
work?
look it up, but then I didn't get past their like paywall, so they didn't let me read the rest of the article. But they were like, "Yeah, the Blade in Sacramento. This is where the hoes are."
Where the Sacramento Bee basically called them the hose and everything.
Where are my car keys? I'll see you guys later.
I'll
going to
tell you why
Blade.
it's called the Blade.
Or shows up to the Blade with his own manscape.
Let's talk
Yeah.
about it.
Anyways, I was wondering because I had heard this at work yesterday, and because some hoes came in and they were like, "Oh yeah,
Damn
they got
hoes.
him off the Blade." I'm like, "What the fuck is a Blade?" And sure as shit, it's where the hoes are. So
When the next
Well,
hoe
the hose
comes
be-
in, you ask her, why is it called the Blade?
Yeah, ask him that. Yeah.
no, I
Think I'll get a
I
discount
only
from my disfigured scrotum?
that gonna be extra.
Only at the Blade. Only at the Blade.
Be gentle, it's hurt.
You go on the Groupon and they have the Blade discounts.
I would probably, yeah. You should probably just go give them $15 and just have them shave you.
Yeah, have them do it. Yeah.
A barber
Save you
chair in
some
the middle of
pain.
the sidewalk. With
Third party
stirrups.
shave might be better. Yeah.
Is there an electrical outlet here?
No. I brought the wall with me.
Yeah, I got the wall.
The Blade. Yeah, never heard of that. No, that's definitely new.
Okay.
All right. Laura, anything before we go? Nope. All right, then. That's our show. Nerds Talking the Podcast. Thanks for tuning in and listening, everyone. We do appreciate it. For Johnny.
See you.
For Carlos.
Bye-bye.
For Laura.
Goodbye.
And I'm Lafayette. Catch you next time on Nerds Talking the Podcast.